Today we're going to be going over some clone fragrances that smell awesome and last forever. For a lot of these, you know, the originals might be pretty strong, but there are some cases where they're not. So you're paying a lot of money for an expensive designer or niche scent that doesn't really hold up. That's where these clones come into play to fix that if that is the case. But there are also plenty of these where the original is already beast mode, and so these continue to hold up to that still at a fraction of the price. And our price point here for this video is pretty much going to be just $50 or less. Most of them are quite a bit less than that, but there is one that we're going to start off with that sometimes is a little bit more. So let's get things kicked. But there is one that we're going to start off with here that can be a little bit more sometimes. So that's where we're going to kick things off. This first one is Rasasi La Yukawam Pour Homme. It's a Tom Ford Tuscan leather clone. Very popular, really doesn't need to be explained, so I'm not going to go into too much depth with this one, but you guys know it. Has the leather, has the raspberry, strong, potent, earthy leather, a little bit of a fruity sweetness, and just, again, more earthy tones, more woods. Smells hardcore. That's one way I would describe it. This is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's a bit on the extreme side, to say the least. If you want a more wearable leather, you could go for something like Tom Ford Ombre leather or Afnan Rare Carbon. That one's very similar. And that's much more of a light, smooth, fresh leather, nowhere near as earthy and even animalic. So Tuscan leather itself is expensive. It's obviously a private blend. It's one of the more expensive ones, or one of the more popular ones, I should say. And therefore, even on discounters, sometimes it'll be a little bit more expensive than some of the lesser known private blends. 50 ml is your standard size, and you're paying at least a good couple $100 for it. So a lot of money. This Rasasi, now it's a little bit of an odd bottle size. Well, it's a 75 ml. And usually, man, I should have double checked, but going to be a little bit north of $50 or so, I believe. A little bit more than your usual clone pricing, but of course, still nowhere near as much as the real deal, which is a lot. Tuscan leather itself is an incredible performer, so that is one of the upsides to spending that amount of money, is it performs good, but yet at the same time, so does this Rasasi. So you really don't have to spend that much to get a good performing product. This one also performs very well, just without paying nearly as much. Going to be more fall and winter leaning just because of the amount of earthy sweetness and leatheriness that it has. Not something I'd reach for in summertime. This next one is Latafa Atlas. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and it's very, very close to Orto Parisi Megamare. Now, Megamare is a very unique marine scent. I even hesitate to call it aquatic. It's marine, salty, rich, seaweed oriented, just extreme. It completely reimagines what a marine scent is really how I look at it. If you're used to smelling your Bulgari Aquas and your Aqua de Joes and everything like that, all these designer level aquatic marine type of scents, this is just so far removed from those that it's not even funny, to the point where, I mean, simply put, some people just are not going to like this. Now, personally, it's enjoyable for me. It's not something that I wear often, given the level of extremeness, if that's a word, that this one has, because it's kind of like, can be a little bit tiring sometimes. You spray it on, you smell it, it's like, man, this stuff is heavy, it's strong, it goes, and it really just, it doesn't go away. So I kind of have to be in the mood for this one. It has to be the right scenario for me to gravitate towards this, or obviously Megamare itself. But when I do, it's one that I do enjoy. Just something unique, truly something different and against the grain. It's just, I mean, wow, something truly unique. Now, Orto Parisi Megamare, you're up over $100 for that one, but keep in mind, it's like a small 30 ml bottle, so really, really high price per milliliter. It is an straight concentration, so that helps, but still, it's expensive. You don't need a ton of sprays either. I'm not justifying the price, but I'm just kind of giving you all the information as it kind of pops back into my mind. A little goes a long way, so you don't need a ton of it to begin with, but you really don't have to spend that much money anyway when you can get this one for, you know, I think it's anywhere from $30 to $35, and this is a, doesn't say, but I'm guessing that's probably a 50 to 75 ml bottle, I guess. I don't know, honestly can't tell, but somewhere around there. I know it's not 100 ml. Yet another great release from Latafa, something that's super accurate, not gonna be for everybody. The ones from here on out will be a little bit more mass pleasing and things like that, but and also kind of more summer oriented, some of these, but this is one I wanted to throw in anyway just because it's so crazy strong. This next one is FOMO, a Fragheads Asylum. It's an extrait concentration as well, and you've probably heard of it enough by now to know what it is. It's a Roja Elysium Parfum Cologne, okay? Kind of a tongue twister there. It's what it is. It smells a lot like Elysium. Elysium, you know, it's at this point has come down a lot in pricing, but still going to be $170, $180, $200 at discounters for 100 ml full presentation. The Parfum is 50 ml for, you know, around 200 to 250, so, you know, expensive, right? This is 35 to 37. You can only get it at Fragrance By, so I'll link it down below. And it's one of the best Elysium clones out there by far. There are some other options you can go for. What I like about this is just how well they nailed that vetiver component. That is what makes Elysium what it is to me, and if that vetiver note is not spot on, like in any of the alternatives, it doesn't really work. You know, the scent itself kind of loses that character that Elysium has, but this one captures that perfectly. I already mentioned the concentration, and it is a strong performer. Obviously, it's in this video for a reason. Great performance here. You're looking at 9, 10 plus hours of longevity. Projection is actually pretty good for an extrait as well. If you do want to really capitalize on the projection, just go with the few extra sprays, but you know, your normal spraying routine will likely be plenty for this one. It's going to work really well. And we're kind of back on track with the seasons here. This is more, you know, spring, summer, warmer weather oriented, which is suitable for a lot of us right now. So definitely something where if you just don't want to spend the money on Elysium and you want something that honestly probably performs better than Elysium, check out a Fragheads Asylum. Okay, this next one is a clone of a discontinued summer scent that's one of my favorites. The discontinued one was always a really good performer. That was one of the things that it was kind of known for a little bit, just kind of unusually good performance for a summer scent, but yet this one also performs good as well. It's Pandora Scents Amoris. It's a clone of Bulgari Aqua Amara, basically the orange seaweed aquatic blast. That's what Aqua Amara is, or really formerly was, discontinued several years ago at this point. This is bringing it back. It's really, at least to me, one of the only clones that I know of, or at least from, you know, clone brands. Maybe there are some other fragrances, indie or niche, that kind of try to go after that DNA a little bit that I just don't know of. But as far as clones, you know, this is the only one that I'm aware of. Let me know down below, are there any other good clones of Aqua Amara worth checking out? Because I would like to look into that. This one, it's good enough for me just because it's so close and it's so affordable. I feel like I've seen this one dip into the mid to upper $20 range. So really, really affordably priced here versus, of course, Amara being who knows how much because it's discontinued, probably $200 plus on random marketplaces and stuff. And who knows, you know, what you're getting yourself into there. Don't go down that path. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth spending that much money. Get this, you're going to be set. Again, unique here. Strong on the orange, strong on the seaweed, of course, aquatic, pretty floral, okay? And the floral component always threw me off, and it took me a while to come around to that. But once I did, I just realized how much enjoyment I get out of this one just because of the unique wearing experience that it provides. So it's something I definitely would check out. Next up, we have Pandora Scents. Again, Milano Privé. Yet another discontinued clone. Well, discontinued fragrance, and this is a clone of it. It is a clone of 1 Million Privé. 1 Million Privé was one of the best Paco Rabanne 1 million scents that you could buy. And obviously, well, they discontinued it. For one reason or another, you never really know. Obviously, if it was, you know, a bestseller, like big time, they probably wouldn't have just chopped that income stream off. So I'm guessing it probably wasn't selling that good out there in all the retail locations and stuff. But it was a favorite of mine, a favorite of a lot of people in the community for fall. This nice cinnamon apple, kind of almost caramelized smell that it had. Just perfect for fall. It was the epitome of autumn for me. And this is, gosh, I mean, it is right there. It has that myrrh, that apple sweetness, that cinnamon kind of spicy kick, that tonka. Oh man, it smells so good. I love the smell of this. And I've got 1 million Privé, of course. I don't have a ton of it. I think I have maybe one backup bottle, so maybe 2 bottles total. Not as much as you might expect, but again, I don't feel the need to have it, and I don't feel the need to hunt down anymore when I can get a clone that is this close, and it is. It's very accurate, and it fulfills that want for 1 million Privé for me. You know, knowing that I know how it smells, if I didn't have it anymore, I would be fine with this. That's how close they are. And price point, kind of about what you would expect from clone brands of this style, you know, $30, $35, somewhere around in there. Again, more cooler weather, more fall, really. You can wear it in wintertime, of course, but there's something about this one that just especially works well in fall. Great stuff. Great performer as well. And we're going to finish this video off with a hybrid clone. I love how this smells. Might actually be my scent of the day. Something that just, you can make it yourself, but you can also buy it and still save a lot of money doing it this way too. It's Armoff Club Dinoi Urban Man Elixir. Hybrid between Aventus / Club Dinoi Intense and like Sauvage, basically. So you get the very strong peppery ambroxany Sauvage smell. I mean, and you don't even have to spray it to get that. I just pull the cap off and I smell that. But then when you do spray it, I'm spraying it in the cap because I don't want to spray it into my coffee that's sitting over here. I've done that before and then drank it, and it really doesn't taste good. But you do get the pineapple pretty much instantaneously, right off of that opening. You get all that pepper, the ambroxan, the bergamot, and then kind of transferring over, you're getting that bergamot, pineapple, kind of birchy, fruity Aventus smell also in combination with. And it's something that works incredibly well. Now, you know, a lot of you know this already, but this was not invented here. Armoff did not come up with this. If you look back, I mean, Parfums Vintage has been making, you know, combinations like that. Parfums Vintage, X Batch, and several other versions. Dua Fragrances has been doing a similar, I don't know what you call it, just combinations, hybrids, I guess, for a long time now as well. And then you can also just, if you have Aventus and if you have Sauvage, you just spray them both on, right? So nothing new with this Armoff. It's just they went ahead and did it after several years now, and it smells really good. If you were to go out and buy an Aventus clone and a Sauvage clone, chances are you would be paying more money than buying this. So in one way or another, you can save money. But again, if a lot of you already have both of them, you can kind of do this yourself. But there is something to be said about just being able to spray it right out of the bottle and get that smell. And it is a really, really precise blend. It's just the perfect amount of each. Definitely amazing smelling. This might be my scent of the day. It's just, this combination is lethal. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for me. Some super strong performing clones that you just can't miss. I'll link everything down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.